I texted him yesterday. He didn't respond.
No, he doesn't respond.
He doesn't respond.
आप जाए उसके पहले मुझे
goal to raise funds to serve the underserved. This organization belongs to the entire Indian community. This is our organization, and so we together will have to make it thrive. All it takes is a little generosity. Introduce my co-MC, Dr. Anita.
Bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
Ramanadhinayak jaya he Bharat bhagya vidhata Dravida Utkal Banga Vindhya Himachal Yamuna Ganga Uchchal Jaladi Taranga Tav Shubh Naame Jage तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाए तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता
Of the Indian American Medical Association and the present president.
Now, part of this event also includes an official business section of IAMA semi-annual general body meeting. I'll try to keep it very short. So I would like you at this time to officially open the 2024 semi-annual business meeting right now. So I'd like to introduce IAMA 2024 Executive Committee, and I would request the officers and the committee chairs to please stand as I call their names.
First and foremost, to the Indian American Medical Association Charitable Foundation Annual Gala and Fundraiser. While the IAMACF and the IAMA are distinct entities, we share an enduring bond and we have a deep connection. As such, the Charitable Foundation is a great source of pride for us in IAMA. So today I feel really privileged to be a part of this event on a personal level. Let me tell you how I first found out about the CF and my first experiences with the Charitable Foundation. I was a medical student, and I vividly recall this first visit to the Peterson Avenue Clinic. It was during a health fair that was organized by the Indian American Medical Association and the Charitable Foundation, and I was struck by the presence of so many medical students who were training. They were there for the weekend, which is not often the case, and this was part of their rotation. They were shadowing experienced physicians who were providing care to patients with limited access to medical services. I could see that these students, like me, recognized the value in this training experience. At this clinic, they were laying the foundation in their medical training. They were learning fundamentals while witnessing medical care that is uninhibited by insurance constraints or co-pays. So that was 2014. That was 10 years ago when I was still a medical student. And today in 2024, it is with great pleasure and pride that I stand here before you as the president of IAMA. This is my 11th year in IAMA. I have been with this organization for that long. And it's most definitely, I have to tell you, the funnest year that I've had so far. So let me tell you what we've done thus far this year in IAMA. We've had a number of educational talks. We've covered a number of topics like genetics and depression, and we have several more talks planned. They're coming through the pipeline, GI, cancer, etc. And very apropos to today's occasion, we will be holding our annual health fair, so I want to tell you all about that. We're going to be offering free consultation from a variety of specialties that day, so patients can come and get advice on what the next best steps would be. That's going to be on July 13th. Mark your calendars and check your emails, and please spread the word. We're also going to have our annual Golden Stethoscope Award, which is going to happen in September, in mid-September. And that announcement is going to go out soon, but I hope you'll join us and support these medical students, residents, and fellows, because they are on the cusp of their research career, and it is so imperative that we support them. And I have to tell you, it's one of the most enjoyable events that we have, because I learned so much, and I'm sure you all will too, especially because
I just want to clear the air. No, I am not related to Dr. Shastri Swaminathan, our beloved psychiatrist. I get asked a lot, even by our patients. So, a little bit of history about our free clinic. It is a not-for-profit established in October of 1994 with one noble mission to provide free healthcare for the underserved communities as well as people without insurance. In 2003, with generous donation from Dr. Nimagada, the clinic moved to the current location in Peterson Avenue, and it was transformed to a fully functional medical facility. So I like to emphasize that our free clinic has been the lifeline for many, providing 3 full-day free medical services serving diverse population. The clinic is well equipped to have scheduled appointments, walk-in patients. We have 6 patient exam rooms, a large waiting area, a conference room, separate counseling room, pharmacy, as well as lab testing. So how did we grow? So over the years, the free clinic has significantly improved the lives of many in the community. I like to point out some statistics. Last year alone, the clinic served over 1,113 patients, of which 263 were new. This steady growth is a testament to its mission as well as the trust to over 600 patients, significantly improving their health and well-being. So I like to point out that in 2023, our volunteer physicians, most of them are here today, provided over 358 hours of their time, and our medical students provided over 2,780 volunteer hours, for which we are eternally grateful. If our volunteer physicians and students could stand, we like to recognize them. Thank you guys. So we are pleased to say that in February of this year, we served 3 immigrants. So your support will ensure we could accomplish this mission. We will be adding additional clinic days to increase access. We will be restarting our mental health services, women's health, as well as updates.
Quite impressive. Nazir had asked me to comment about the Michael Rich Foundation, and I thought what I would do would give a small narrative on Michael Rich, the hospital, and then the origin and progress of the foundation in recent years. So if I may, now, you'll have to excuse me for not being there, but I have a cold and I don't think anybody wants to catch it. I have been coughing and sneezing most of the day, that avenue still exists. In the early years, the hospital served as a nursing staff. The hospital made several pioneering contributions in those early years, especially from Eastern Europe during the rise of Nazism. And in particular, it recruited such notable individuals as Richard Langenhoff, and the study of complex diseases, whatever they were back in the 30s and 40s. Now, despite facing challenges in the surrounding neighborhoods, transitioning to predominantly black communities after World War II, he's decided to remain and expand rather than to be to attempt to get on the staff of Michael Reese in 1963. At the age of 61, was he allowed to become an attending at Michael Reese. Dr. Roy Greker, who trained with
Evening, because I'm deeply touched by the work you all do, both as students in the medical community as well as doctors who give hours of your service, your time, your energy to a very worthy cause. Every morning I wake up, and even before I get out of bed, I say a 2-word prayer. And that prayer is, use me. Because I truly believe that I'm here to serve. And not just me, everyone sitting in this room, you are here to serve. You're not here by accident. It's not some random coincidence that brought you here. You're here because of a great purpose. And many times life doesn't feel purposeful, but it truly is. My awakening happened when my 68-year-old mother passed 8 months after her cancer diagnosis in India. The diagnosis came when I was only a few weeks into my immigrant experience in this country. When she died in 2009, I flew back home for her last rites. And the priest said to me and my sisters to place a rose garland on her body. We also draped her body in a beautiful silk sari. When I stepped back after performing her last rites, I had a sudden realization. I don't know where that thought came from, but in the weeks and months after this moment, the thought and the questions related to that thought kept me awake at night. That thought was, we come into this world with nothing left for her last journey to the crematorium, with only that silk sari that was draped on her. We come into this world with nothing and leave with nothing. Why do we spend so much time, effort, energy chasing after stuff, accumulating possessions, the bigger car, the fancier vacation, the latest iPhone, devices, homes? Not that there's anything wrong with a rich, abundant life. But if that's primarily the focus of our lives, we feel lost. Because then we're serving the agenda of the ego. We're not living a soul-directed life. The soul is like the pilot light within us. It knows why we are here. It knows we are here to serve a cause. There's a saying that when the deep gladness of your heart meets the deep need of the world, that is where you find your purpose. And I know so many of you sitting here whose lives have become about healing people's bodies and minds and spirits.
We want to give back as well, but it's going to entice you to give tonight as well. But let me first begin by speaking about just my own profound appreciation for the critical role in estate planning, that what estate planning is and how it plays into securing a lasting impact on families and their financial futures. I've been doing this for a long time, over 25 years, and worked with many high net worth, ultra high net worth families. And while they've done a very, very good job of building wealth, some of them didn't do a very good job in preserving that wealth or transferring that wealth onto their heirs, which takes good estate planning. At Wealth Planning Network, our focus on deep relationships and understanding each client's unique needs enables us to provide precise and personalized estate planning services. Our approach is rooted in a holistic understanding of financial planning, where estate planning is not just about tax minimization and avoiding probate, but it's about crafting an enduring legacy that transcends monetary value.
Foundation. Of the clinic. Without people like Gloria, it would not be easy to provide the services. So thank you, Gloria, to make this organization tick. And Dr. Mehta is the other one. It's Satya Ahuja, $500. T. Swaminathan and S. Swaminathan, $500. Folks, keep the checks coming. Keep the pledges coming. You can fill out the pledge card.
Saladi sponsoring $20,000 for a patient exam room in memory of a loved one.
Okay. 8:30 dinner will be served.
Namaskar. This is an evening of giving back to the community, going over for years and years. Indian American Medical Association Charitable Foundation. They have a clinic at the Peterson, which is parallel to Devon Avenue, where we are South Asian community when they come, initial immigrants, and they've been going there. When it started and when it is now, with me is Dr. Bharti. She is the chair for that. First of all, thank you so much for your time and to talk to us and what you're doing for the community, because so many people still are not having insurance. Dr. Bharti, let's hear from you where we are today and where do we want to go.
First of all, I want to thanks TV Asia to giving us this opportunity. So we are at the Peterson Avenue in Chicago. So this was established back in 1994. And then with a generous donation from Dr. Nimagada, we have a fully functioning medical facility. Just in the last year, we have served over 1,183 patients, without insurance. So all they need is either have a Illinois state ID or Chicago, city ID. Lately, we've been seeing patients with passport as a proof, and we also seen some refugees and immigrants, So our clinic has, it used to be 3 days a week. Now we are expanding our health services.
So what all they can get it over there, because I have visited the clinic also. I have done a story, but it was many years ago. So where are we now?
Sure. So they do have mainly primary care services. So they could get medications, lab testing if needed. And if anything like surgical, then our physician will refer them out to the other facilities. Now recently we are offering mental health services. We are going to start women's health and also podiatry services for diabetic patients.
Dr. Bharti, when we talk about the people, those who are coming and giving the pro bono services, and the physicians, those who are coming, so what's your message to them? What they feel, what do they get out of it? It's very, very important for physicians in making, to be honest, to come and contribute. That is so beautiful and wonderful.
Yes, absolutely. That is, we cannot function without our, volunteer physicians. They kind of give their time, and also we have medical students. So last year alone, we had the volunteer students served over 600 hours of their time, and our medical students from all different universities, they volunteered over 3,000 hours of their time.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you so very much. And those who are watching, because this is an organization which is very, very genuine, no if, no but. And they need contributors from all fields, like, to be honest, administration, let this be, because somebody has to be there. It's not only that you're a physician, but if you can spare your time, I think Samedan is Mahadan. Thank you so
Absolutely.
very much, ma'am.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Thank you, Tej, for your help. And with me is Kishorji Chok. Kishorji, namaskar. We welcome you to TV Asia. Years after years, your contribution, I cannot even measure. I mean, like the number of hours that you have given it for this charitable foundation. As you being a banquet chair, let's hear from you. Where do we stand today when we talk about, like, how the contributions have been coming, people have been, because this has from 94 to 2024, where we are today, and where do we want to take it further?
Well, this is our 32nd banquet, and we are, increasing our services. We are going into women's health, mental health, and dental health, eye exam, and in 5 years we want to make sure that we open 7 days a week, and we increase our patient annual that we see from 2,000 to 4,000 patients a year, right? The donations are coming good. We appreciate the community for helping us in run the clinic for underprivileged patient, right? And today we have already collected 100,000. Our goal is 250,000, and God bless, I think we will hit $250,000.
Kishorji, let's hear from you. What is the expenses for a yearly basis? Like if somebody...
Our expenses are about $200,000 to $210,000.
Oh, wow.
Every year.
And what's your message to the community at large? Like, because I always say this is a very genuine organization where you feel like, because we are living here, the charity begins at home. We have to contribute here because India is now the 5th largest economy, going to be 3rd. They can take care of them, so that we have to contribute back here also. So what's your message to them?
I would say to the community that you should come and visit us and see how the volunteer physicians are doing work and helping the patient, right, with their illnesses. We also train almost 60 residents and doctors in our clinic to become doctors after they pass their exam. So we do that also year after year in teaching the students how to practice in the retail environment. And then community, I would say that please help us so we can serve more underprivileged, needy, and underinsured patients so that they don't suffer and they can come and get treatment with us.
Thank you so very much for sharing your thoughts, and I'm just going to appeal the Indian American community. We've been very generous. This is an organization where people are really getting their benefit, because health is a very important component. If one person is sick at home without an insurance, it really reflects the family as well as the community at large.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you much, Vandana ji, for your support for so many years.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaskar.